Okay, so I know the majority of you knew that Universal Studios has, or had, a Jurassic Park the ride. And a Jurassic Park horror show back in 22K2. But, which ended up being really cool. But did any of you know that Universal Studios also had their own toy line? Jurassic Park toy line, should I add? Yep. I brought out the big guns, boys. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. I'm always doing like Hasbro, Kenner, Mattel reviews. Yeah, this time I'm doing like Universal Studios reviews. You know, yeah, I got out Universal themselves, even though technically only one person ever done reviews on these, which is Jurassic Collectibles. I only did 2 of them, and I actually didn't want to do a review on these guys because Jurassic Collectibles, I think his name is Dave, I don't know, but JC got he got a lot of hate in that video because I remember I was watching reading the comments on his video, and there's a lot of hate comments, or you know, negative comments about all this. And then all of a sudden, like, hey, and all of a sudden I was all like, hey, maybe if I make a video on Universal Studios figures, I'll probably get a lot of hate. So I didn't want to do that. But you know, one day I was like, you know what? Nobody made reviews on these. I'm gonna make reviews on them. I'm gonna bring them back from the dead, even though nobody's gonna watch this video. So who cares? Okay, so I know what you guys might be thinking. MV, or Mesoic, whatever you want to call me. Don't you realize that Wild Republic / K&M like made generic versions of these? Which, yeah, you know, yeah, you are correct, because you know, since it is Wild Republic and K&M who made this, technically, you know, they do have a tendency to release figures over and over and over and over and over again. But just for the heck of it, I'm going to be reviewing them because of Jurassic Park. And I know what you guys might be thinking. How do you know that these are like from Universal Studios? Seeing is that this guy right here. I got these on eBay. Yes, it said, you know, Universal Studios Jurassic Park figures, which I'm actually really grateful to find these because I could never find them. At least I'm this guy. Because if you don't know, you could easily find a generic version of the Raptor, the Stegosaurus, the Trike. But the thing is the T-Rex is actually exclusive to Jurassic Park Universal Studios. And there was another T-Rex which was much more bulky, but this more slim, rounder, smoother T-Rex was exclusive to the theme parks, which sort of, you know, gives away the fact how these guys are indeed the real thing. So that's pretty neat. But besides that, yeah. So, I'm just gonna go with the video. So, if you guys don't like this, I'm sorry, but you know, something new. Nobody has really made any reviews on this before. Well, actually, no, I take that back. I've seen people make reviews on the generic ones, but I've never seen anybody like actually like review all of them. If you know what I mean. Like, have a video with all 4 of these guys. Usually they'll have like you get what I mean. Let's just get into the video. Oh yeah, by the way, if you don't believe me that this is actually Jurassic Park, I am going to be showing up a video right now. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, the Velociraptor cannot stand on like all the other ones, so yeah, please, yeah, just ignore my derpy Velociraptor. Okay, so speaking of the Velociraptor, let's focus on the Trike. So, okay. I'm just gonna go from Well, if I was gonna go from smallest, it would be Raptor, Trike, Stego, and Rex. I'm just gonna go with worst to best in my opinion. So I think the worst one would probably be the Triceratops, maybe? I just didn't really like Trike. I didn't really pay too much attention to him. The Rex is exclusive, so technically he can't be the worst. Here's a Trike. The horns are bent up for some reason. I really don't know why, but they are. But yeah, the horns are bent up for some reason. Here's the beak. Has like a red eye. Bottom horns like bent down, facing down, but these are like bent up for some reason. The horns are a lot more like flimsier. So maybe they just like bent up, I'm not for sure. But you can see the front, it's like red. Sort of V shape. The back with the frill. Got some like white stripes. On camera they look like tan or a little bit yellowish, but in real life they're actually white. Right down the back. Pretty neat blue. It's like almost like airbrushed. Not really airbrushed, but it seems like it's airbrushed. To the point it's white when this is actually the base paint and it's just painted in blue. So yeah, though the bottom of the feet are sculpted. This is supposed to be like in a running position, like in a charging position. It's not like the legs. Trust me, the legs aren't like bent. Trust me, I can't even like bend these legs. They're like really stiff. So yeah, it's meant to be like in a running position. Yeah. By the way, I forgot to mention, all of these things are like really hard plastic. And it's funny because these things are a lot more bigger than I expected. I thought they're going to be a lot more smaller, but they're bigger. I don't know if they're hollow, but they could either be solid plastic or hollow plastic. Oh god, they could either be solid or they could be hollow with some really thick plastic. Like seriously, just listen to these things. Hold on. So yeah, they're pretty hard plastic. Actually, they got like the nails painted too. That's pretty interesting. But here's the Triceratops. Ain't that bad. Pretty interesting. Just for the heck of it, I don't really have any of the Mattel Triceratops besides like the baby one. But here's like it compared to like the counter Trike, which is very big compared to this guy. Which is funny because this dude's actually much more bigger than you expect. They're actually a lot bigger than you expect, especially that T-Rex. That T-Rex is actually pretty big. But look at it. Oh man, these things are just, I don't know. Also, it's interesting how the other Trike also has sculpted feet, just like this guy. So that's interesting. Love this. But yeah, there he is. Moving on. Try it. You got the Stegosaurus. Yeah, again, really solid plastic. It's actually really fat when you look at it this way. Just want to point that out. By the way, yeah, still fat. Pretty interesting. So unlike the Triceratops where the colors weren't that relevant to any of the films, this guy's a little bit better. Yeah. Here's like the head sculpt. You'll focus. It said if it would focus, and just make sure that there we go. Very unimpressed looking Stegosaurus. Like literally he looks like if his, I don't know, if he's not having a good day, that's for sure. This is green underbelly with a reddish brown coating on top, I guess I would say, with red plates. Yeah, plates are like nearly just like a straight line instead of being a little bit, there's no spacing between the plates, which is interesting. It's more of in like a stance position, like it's gonna, whip its tail. It's pretty interesting. It's the other side. The bottom. Yeah. Pretty interesting figure. It's actually a lot more bigger than you expect. They are very light though, which is pretty interesting because they sound really solid and they feel solid, but they're really light. So it's pretty interesting. Now moving on to the third best one. The second to best would probably be the T-Rex. You can see where I'm going with this. Yet again, T-Rex is actually exclusive, which is pretty neat. By the way, what I hear about these guys is the fact how like you could easily see the cutting. Like I know Kenner did the same thing, and yeah, I'm grateful that these things don't have screw holes. Still, it's kind of... There's no articulation in these figures, by the way. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, it seems like the only one that doesn't have any cuts that... Yeah, it's the Velociraptor. The Velociraptor is just one mold. It doesn't have any two... Unlike all the other figures where it's like two molds that are glued together. Yet again, no articulation, but yet again, at the same time, I don't mind. The T-Rex doesn't necessarily look like the T-Rex from Jurassic Park. Obviously, it's a little bit more smooth and round. But, you know, and also the teeth are all the same size, which is weird. But yeah. That side just looks really derpy. I'm just sick of that side. But yeah, you can see it. Yeah, pretty interesting coloration. At the feet. Claws are painted back. By the way, these hand claws are very, very pointy or sharp. You don't understand how many times my finger got under here and how many freaking times it hurt so bad. I'm not joking. The freaking hand claws hurt so darn bad. I just imagine like a child was like playing this and he got his hand caught under here and it, oh man, that would hurt. Which it does, honestly. But yeah, pretty interesting. Here's like the T-Rex. And last but not least, my favorite, that's what I think, would probably be the Velociraptor. Which, if you think about it, this might be the very first, most accurate Velociraptor Jurassic Park merchandise we've ever got. Not accurate as in like movie accuracy, I mean like real life accuracy. So, yeah. Probably the most accurate Velociraptor. I remember at first I thought this was a Microraptor or a Pyroraptor. But then I realized it was just a plain old Velociraptor. Which made me want it even more. But yeah. Don't know why there's paint on its foot. I really don't know why. But there is, I guess. I tried washing it off, I couldn't. The eBay seller just had it. It was like that before. Which is interesting how these things came from Washington. And I live in California. And my best bet would be that these guys came from Universal Studios Hollywood, which is in California. Went to Washington. Then now they came back to California. I guess, I don't know. And I don't live that far away from Universal Studios, so technically, hey, they came right back. But it's like the face, blue ring around its eye. I must admit, I actually sort of adore this raptor. There's a lot of feathers and all that. Really neat. But yeah, there it is. You're gonna no articulation, sadly, but you know, it's passable. You know, could have a domino effect too, you know, if I want that. Right. So even though it is like 4 dinosaurs and there isn't really any Dilophosaurus or anything, but they are our most known dinosaurs, which is good. I know like there was another dinosaur. Well, it's not technically actually a dinosaur, it's more of a pterosaur. But besides all the rest of the dinosaurs just being repaints, I know for a fact that there was a Pteranodon that came with this like tree playset thing, and this T-Rex got a lot of repaints, as well as this new T-Rex mold that came with these two vehicles. I have one of the vehicles. It's the green one. I'm not even gonna bother trying to find it, but I do have the green vehicle, but I do not have the T-Rex mold nor the other vehicle, which sucks, but I do have the green one though. But just for the heck of it. So if you're curious, you know, here it is compared to the other. Alright, so I'm gonna like to head. And somebody's at my door. Hold on, is it? No way. Hold on, I believe this is it. Oh, correct. What a quick. Oh, what the heck? Wow. Who would have known? Why are you having your receipt, dude? Whatever. Who would have known? Who would have known? Right in the video of right in the middle of making this video on Jurassic Park Universal Studios figures, I get in the mail this thing that I ordered. Yeah, remember when I said it? Yeah, I actually like if I had it, but it's in the mail. Who would have known? What a quick. Wow, perfect timing. I was just now talking about this thing. Okay, so besides that, which surprisingly enough was pretty good timing, let's get back to the video. So yeah, it's pretty interesting how it has a lighter brown jaw and a darker upper jaw, lighter bottom jaw, darker upper jaw. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. Well, it's not that bad. Yet again, we all know, it's probably like only this big compared to a T-Rex, but yet again, it's not that bad. Pretty decent. Now with the Velociraptor, it is orange, and the Velociraptors in Lost World were orange as well, so I guess that counts, but I don't know. It's like its own, thing. It's like its own character. It's like if, Engine tried making more realistic dinosaurs. But here it is compared to the Velociraptor. I'm gonna have to hold it up because it won't stand. That's pretty interesting. It's pretty bigger, actually. A lot more bigger than you expect. You probably expect these things to be like a lot more smaller. Trust me, they're bigger. And here it is next to a Kenraptor. So yeah. And now, he is like a Kenraptor compared to all of them. Yeah, like Kenraptors about that size. Kenraptors about that size. Kenraptors about that size. My Velociraptor would probably be about that size. My Velociraptor would be about that size compared to it. And my Velociraptor would probably be about that size to it. And now, let's compare them to some human figures. You know what I mean? So here we go. So here is Alan Grant compared to this Velociraptor. Hold on. Alan Grant compared to it. Alan Grant compared to the T-Rex. Alan Grant compared to the Stego. And Alan Grant compared to the Shrike. And now, here is Kenner Grant compared to the Raptor. Kenner Grant compared to T-Rex. Kenner Grant compared to the Stego. And Kenner Grant compared to the Trike. But yeah, it's pretty interesting, honestly. Ain't that bad of figures. I think, like, if you were going to Universal Studios and you found these back in 2013, I think these would probably be the ones to pick up. That or the vehicles. So yeah. Interesting how like a Dilophosaurus is almost the exact same size as the raptor. That's really interesting because they're a lot more bigger. So yeah, whatever. Just for heck of it, I guess if you want, here they are compared to the, one of the Jeeps from the Universal Studios line. So that's pretty interesting. But yeah, I think my desk is tilted. Okay, maybe. But yeah, besides that, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and like always, have a wonderful day. Goodbye. And I'm sort of messing with my camera, that's why I'm doing this. So yeah, but oh, and also, by the way, so yeah, so yeah, if you want like this raptor, stego, or trike, you could easily find them. If you want the T-Rex, you're gonna have to do a little bit of hunting on eBay. But hey, as long as these things have the Jurassic Park logo or Jurassic World logo, it's good in my book. See you all next time. Goodbye.